I'm 45 now, and I'm still finding my way trying to work out what I want to do with my life.
I mean, I'm 40 years old, so it was a long time ago.
Oh, fair. That's an old goose.
That's a good question. There was a point afterwards, after high school, where I didn't know what the hell I was doing. So where I'm at now, married, at one point owned my own house, but then sold it and made some pretty sound investments. So it turned out really well for me. I'm 30 now. Sometimes doesn't feel like it.
So yeah, getting out of school and being independent, and I moved out of home when I was about 19. Having that independence was a huge deal to me.
Hi, I'm getting interviewed right now.
Oh, an interview? Sorry, I thought you were just chatting.
Oh, I mean, you can hang out.
Sure. I just, I met Blurberry the other day, and I just came to see how he was doing. I'm happy to jump on in. I don't know what I've got to say that's worthy of an interview, but I don't know. I think one of the difficult things about life after that is you don't really get any good career advice. I mean, I went from working with disabled folks, helping them in a hospital setting, to retail. I trained as a teacher, and the last job I was doing was at a holiday park, working with kids doing rangering and teaching them outdoor survival skills and things.
That's
And
cool.
I'm looking for work again now, but it's like almost like you have to start again each time. But I'm only now starting to find roles that really suit me. It's a strange thing these days. They tend not to direct people very well out of school. I mean, some people
completely
just
agree with
know
you
what
on
they're
that.
going to do straight away. It's a difficult path. You never know quite where you're going to end up. I think that's what I'm going to say. Yeah.
To be honest with you, I didn't have much of a plan. I met my wife at a point in my life where I wasn't looking for a partner, and it just happened naturally. And after that, I guess what helped is that I didn't go into debt at any time during my younger years. I purposefully avoided credit cards and like student loans and stuff. It made it difficult when it came to buying the house because I had to prove that I was financially responsible to take on a loan. But I feel like in the long run, it actually served me a lot better. That's part of the reason why I stopped going to college, was that one, because I didn't go to student loans, I didn't have a set plan. So eventually I ran out of money, like scholarships, you know what I mean? Because I just kept changing around. So I didn't have a plan to go to. Eventually I kind of used some of the extra money I got for scholarships and bought a microphone and started doing voice acting on the side. Not full time, no. I wish I did. I work in the medical field, and I do streaming as well.
Only a small percentage of people who watch my videos are actually subscribed. So if you end up liking this video, consider subscribing.
I don't think you ever avoid the bullshit. Like it's in school, and then you get into the real world, and it's in the real world as well. So I don't think you ever really, you never really avoid the bullshit. It's always around you. And so if anything, I suppose the shit that happens in school prepares you for the real world. I mean, I suppose school's like a sort of a little microcosm of the greater world. So you have all your different personality types, and everyone's got their own issues, and everyone's dealing with life in their own particular way, and there's clashes and politics. And yeah, I think as you just get older, you're able to sort of deal with it a little bit better. You're just a bit more used to it. You're able to filter it, but it's always around.
I'm 26. When I went to high school, I immediately started working, and I was managing work and money and paying for school, and I had a big falling out within my friend group. So I didn't really have my best friends anymore. I was just kind of on my own, and I don't know, it was pretty rough for a while. I dropped out of school for a while. I started doing some drugs and stuff, but right now I'm doing good. I managed to pick myself back up. I didn't finish school, but I got a good job now, or a decent job at least.
I did a lot at school. I did so many arts awards, and then I went to university to study acting, and I did a lot. And then afterwards, I expected I'd be going into auditions and acting jobs and things. Instead, I just, I found this online level designing job with Minecraft. Did that for 2 years, earned a lot of money, went to Thailand. And yeah, I don't know. It's just life just takes some weird turns.
Yeah, it's a strange thing. I mean, I have been in jobs where I've really excelled, and I've clearly got some really good skills for those jobs, but it's nobody told me about that. Nobody seemed to spot those skills, It's like they think so much on putting you through, getting the exam results out of you. It's like there's a big mismatch, especially in my country, between education and where you end up. And a lot of employers say that people are rolling out of school with very damaged skills. You know, the skills are not what employers want. And I think part of that is there's just no proper career guidance.
Don't be in a hurry. Whether you're a teenager, I don't know if you're going to like publish these like a video or anything, but if you're a teenager watching this video, or even if you're like me and in your 30s and you feel like you haven't done enough in your life, don't be in a huge hurry. Like I mentioned earlier, I didn't have a huge plan for my life, and maybe I'm a rarity, but it turned out well for me. I do stress a lot. I have anxiety from things in my life that has happened in the past. So I can't say that I don't worry at all, but I tend to not sweat the huge details. And it seems to have, maybe I got lucky, I don't know. But a lot of people get lost in the weeds.
I started developing web pages in the 90s when it first sort of rolled out for the Nokia company. I was developing stuff for them, and the technology was terrible. But I gave up on the internet in the 90s. I just thought this will never take off. How wrong was I? That a year later it's become the foundation of modern technology.
I dropped out, and then I went to school for electroengineering. This whole time I was like paying for it, so like I was working. I worked service industry forever, so I've been waiting tables and bartending like almost my whole life. And then I dropped out again because I wasn't feeling it. At this point, like the university I was going to, it was like $8,000 a semester, and that's a lot of money. Eventually, like I was feeling very burnt out, and I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Like I don't know if this is something I want to do, and maybe I should have stuck with it, but I didn't. And COVID, like restaurant industry, was like not place to be.
Hello?
Oh, are you okay? Did you crash?
That's one sour ass lemon.
A lot of people say like it's not the end of the journey, it's the journey itself. I don't think it's either of that. I think it's the people. I think it's the people that are with you on that journey. Because you look back, what do you think on? Do you think on that time when you went interraiding around the world for like, a month on your own? Yeah, a little bit. Maybe. Or do you think about those first 10 days that you went with some friends? You always think about those times when you're enjoying those moments with the people that you love because you're having a blast.
Well, if we were talking about what we're doing after high school, what I'd probably say is these days, don't be afraid to leave the studying to get yourself a job early. I mean, a lot of people, they'll think, I've got to go to university, I've got to do this high-level studying, when really they could learn some practical skills, go out, get a job straight away. I know so many people working in low-paid jobs who have massive higher qualifications, and it's done them absolutely no good. So I would say if you can get yourself a good job straight off the bat, do it, because work experience counts for more. And also it gives you money, which is fantastic. But I would say a lot of people roll out of higher education with no work experience, no life experience. And what you want to do is get yourself employed as quickly as you can.
But I think the fact that what you're doing is great. I'm particularly interested in the virtual space with what's happening with Meta now, the tanking with their market share. And I think what you're doing is shining a light on the community and sort of just demystifying VR to a lot of people. For a lot of people that see VR as it's this weird space, I don't know. So for people like yourself having these channels, I think really illuminates people to what's going on here and who we are as real people in real life who are experimenting with new media.
Yeah, about 2.5 years ago, I was within a hair of actually dying. And it wasn't like an accident or like a surprise event. It was a very prolonged thing. It was about 9 months. So you get a lot of time to think about things during that time. And like every night I didn't know if I was gonna wake up or not. I just came back to like a few moments or like a few people that has been really important to me, like few key moments with people. Like everything else just melted away, like in terms of importance.
Oh, we've got some visitors coming over. Well, we crashed.
I only came here because I just want to see a beautiful night and listen to some music, bro. And just ride through like a city or something.
Kindness is contagious. When you are kind, you inspire others. Be the spark. Spreading kindness merchandise available now.